Hey, everybody. Okay. Can you see everything? Yeah. Should be enough. Welcome, welcome. Just going to give it a few minutes for everybody. Anybody that wants to join can. I am at the house sitting still. For those of you who have been following me over the last few weeks. And I decided to go live just to make it a little more interesting. And also because it's easier for me to not edit everything. And the kitties are going to be running around like crazy behind me because they are full of energy right now. So this is going to be an interesting, distracting video. But because people seem to like the cats the last time, I figured I'd try it again. They're all here. I have one laying down over here. That's Moss. The little one behind me, who is a baby, that's Nova. She's really little. She's only like 4 months. She was sleeping in the last video. And Ivy is right here, but she will be yelling. I'm sure you'll hear her voice shortly. So I'm sitting on the floor so I can keep them occupied while we do this. See, that's Nova, a little peanut. So I'm going to get started. For those of you who don't know me, because I am going to save this, so if you're catching this on the replay, welcome. I am Mel from Mel's Divination. I don't typically go live, and I also don't typically do this with a bunch of cats around me, but it was well received the last time, so I thought, why not? I'm still here, so why not go impromptu, and it will be crazy and fun. I try to post every Wednesday. If you like this video, if you like my channel, please subscribe, comment, share, anything, like it. It really helps me show up on the YouTube algorithms. And we're almost at 1,000 subscribers. So I am actually going to be doing a giveaway. I have not decided what I'm giving away yet. I think I'm going to give away a reading, and I may give away some kind of tarot deck, but I haven't decided yet. So I'm still kind of like thinking about that. Once we hit 1,000 subscribers, I will be posting it in the community tab. So keep an eye out. So what are we talking about today? First, let's introduce this little one who you have not met yet. This is little Nova. And she'll be around. She's the baby of the group. So what we're talking about today is almanacs. Almanacs and planners. And I decided to do it this way live because for some reason I figured out when I go live, it's not backwards. The print isn't backwards. That's the other reason why I wanted to go live, because I realized that the print is not backwards when I do things live. So I thought that would be easier and it wouldn't be so hard for me to edit. So that's the whole thing. As you know, and I will link the old videos afterwards in the description box, but I did a review on each of these, on the Magic of I planner, astrology planner. These are all for this past year. So as I'm doing this live, it is December. It's the end of November. It is almost December 2021. Okay. And this is good for, and people will probably be wanting to watch this in January as well in 2022. So just so everybody knows when I'm filming this, it is late November 2021. Okay. In early 2021, I believe, I did little walkthroughs of the Magic of I planner. I know it's kind of hard. The light is kind of washing it out. So I did a walkthrough of the Magic of I planner. This is an astrology planner, and feel free to go back and watch that video. I am going to do a walkthrough of the 2022 version, and that one I ended up not getting white because, as you can see, I mean, it held up pretty good, but I would like it to be cleaner. So I ended up getting a different color. But so I did a walkthrough of the Magic of I. I will link that in the description box if you'd like to check that out. Then the Witch's Almanac. So as you can see, the date for this, where is the date? Here it is. It's hard to do it when it's backwards. It says spring 2021 to spring 2022. So this is good until spring 2022. So this is good until like March 2022. This goes spring to spring. And I did a walkthrough or a quick brief flip through of this, I believe in like March of 2021. And then this one is Llewellyn's Magical Almanac, and it goes the typical calendar year. And I think I did a walkthrough of this in like January, early 2021. So what did I like? What didn't I like? What did I find most useful? What will I be using again next year? Number one, which one wins all, takes the cake? The Magic of I. Absolutely, hands down, I will be 100% using this. And I didn't even use it to the full extent that it could be used. For instance, and I am going to be doing this next year. At the beginning of the book, it has you break down what do you want to manifest for the year. It has you do different kinds of steps. I didn't end up even filling this in. I can't remember what happened. I think this was when I was going through that phase where the person in my life was going through all that chemo and things, and I was in a funk. I just wasn't, and I had gotten into that car accident, and there was just a lot of stuff going on in my life. So I just didn't, in early January, I didn't get around to doing this. I will be doing this for the upcoming year, and I find that really interesting. So I didn't use it to the full potential. There's also I just flipped past it. Oh, no, I didn't. There's also for you women. This is a calendar for your menstrual cycle for every single month to chart where you started to where you ended. And it tells you the moon. And I found out, and I use an app on my phone, and this might be too much information, but whatever, you guys need to deal with it. I found out that it turns out I get my menstrual cycle starts every single month without fail on the exact same moon. And I'm not going to say what moon it is. Not moon phase, but when the moon is in a certain sign every single month. So it's not, it's 28 days according to the calendar. It's not like that. It's like when it hits this certain phase, this certain zodiac sign, that's when it starts without fail. And I learned that by tracking it in this. I never knew that about myself. So I found that really cool. So that was interesting. It tells you all the retrogrades. I didn't really use that as much as I could have. It tells you your own tarot wheel. I didn't use that as much as I could have. There's a lot more that I should be doing with this that I haven't done that I do plan on using. There's also a section, and I'm trying to find it. I don't know where it is. There's a section in here of mapping out your own astrology chart, your birth chart. I don't know where it is. I'm not finding it right now. That's okay. You can look it up in the other video. I didn't fill that out either. So with that being said, I still did monthly goals every single month. Okay. And I'm going to back it up because I don't want you guys really zooming in on my monthly goals. But there's a section for monthly goals. There's a section for monthly intentions. And then it breaks it down by week how you're going to do it. I did that every month. And that really helped me get organized for what I needed to accomplish. Also with manifestation, it kept that in mind, kept that in the forefront of my mind. And then I did every month, and I'm going to, again, back this way up. I don't know if let me see if I can find a blank one. I think we still have December to go. Yeah, I should have it in December. Yep. So I filled out, this one's blank because it's December, but every single month at the end of the month, there's a section for new moon manifestations and full moon manifestations. I filled this out every single month. There's certain things that really, it upped my manifestation like I can't even tell you. And to the point of where I ended up manifesting a certain amount for that car accident settlement that I was blown away that I got a little bit more than I had expected and was like, wow, oh my God, that actually worked. And it's really interesting because when I tracked it, I started writing it down in March. This is what I need. This is what I need. This is what I need to pay off my bills, to pay off this, to pay off that. This is how X amount of dollars. And then I thought about it and I totaled everything up and I was like, actually, this isn't enough money. I need to increase it, times 2 or whatever. So I multiplied it by 2 and I got that plus a little bit more. And I wrote it down in here every month that this is what I was going to get. This is what I was going to get. And it happened. It came to fruition. And I didn't do any major spell work around it. I didn't do any major meditation around it. I just focused on it every month, putting it in here and bringing in that intention for myself when I sat down to do that intention work on the full moon and on the new moon and releasing things. Aligned with the moonology stuff, because I talk about moonology a lot, aligned with the moonology and things in my houses and making sure I'm releasing and forgiving and being in gratitude. So I mix both. I will absolutely be using this again. I used it all the time. I used it constantly. And I didn't even use it to the full potential that it could be used. So it's worth the purchase. It's about, I think it's $45, I want to say, but it is like an encyclopedia. The second best, I would say, is actually the Witch Almanac. And people are going to be surprised because why not in Llewellyn's? Llewellyn's is so good. So the Witch Almanac is actually published, and maybe I'm impartial because I am from Rhode Island, but the Witch Almanac is actually published in this little baby right there in Newport, Rhode Island. It's written and published in Rhode Island. And I just found it a lot more usable. That's not proper English, but I found it easier to use. I found it, I really liked the articles. I found them more informative. I found them as something that I would use. I didn't find anything that was dangerous or that I disagreed with or that I found the articles speaking. There's a couple of articles I still haven't read yet, but I didn't find anything in this that I was like, oh, they shouldn't be telling people that. So let me show you one. They have the sunrise and sunsets, which I used a lot because I liked to go to the beach and take pictures. They have a table for that. And you can check it out in my walkthrough. But here's a calendar. So for Scorpio, you can see that it shows you the waxing moon, the waning moon, the full moon, the new moon. And then it tells you little things to do. So like on the, all right. So on the 12th, it tells you to polish the silver. On the 15th, it tells you to wear violet. And there's some days there's not everything because I don't do necessarily make time for super specific magic every single day. I don't always have time for that. I have little daily rituals like my coffee practice or my tea practice or my glamour practice, and my meditation. But I don't always have time to look it up in a book. Okay, today means this. I have to do this. I have to do this. So I got into a practice of following this and seeing what it recommends. I typically would do it, what was recommended, if I had time. So I really enjoyed the articles in this. They, some of them were really, really helpful. Some of them really surprised me. Some of them, there was things that I was like, oh yeah, I knew that already. I really, really enjoyed this, and I will absolutely be investing in another one. My brother actually bought this for me for Christmas last year. You can get them on Amazon. This is the one I actually am not going to spend money on for next year. And I'm disappointed to say that because I love Llewellyn's. But it was not, I didn't use it. I really didn't. And I guess it really truly depends on how you do your practice. But this is the last time I looked at it, was in March. I haven't used it since March. Literally. And they have something for every single day. Like I walked it through. They have something for every day. So March 5th. It's a Friday. It's the waning moon. It's the fourth quarter moon. The moon sign is in Sagittarius. I have all that. I have all of that in this. All of it is in this. And I have a watch that tells me if it's waning, if it's waxing, if it's the fourth quarter. It tells me all that on my watch, literally. I just look at my watch and it tells me. And I also have a moon calendar app on my phone that I check every day because it's aligned with my chart. So I was kind of like, this really, I mean, it does tell you what incense to use or what color to use for the day, but it really wasn't enough for me. And to look at it every day. And some of the articles, so there was one that I really didn't like, and I believe it was nail polish. There was one that was talking about tourmaline, and I can't remember. I think it was about nail polish. There was one that was talking about black tourmaline, and it was incorrectly. It was telling people how to make your own nail polish, and it was telling people to put black tourmaline in nail polish for protection. And you cannot put black tourmaline in fluid. It will disintegrate and it will become toxic. So I don't know who wrote that, and I don't know why the editors are were allowing things like that to go through. Maybe I'm being hypercritical, but you don't want to be sending out information to your people who are going to do these things, and then they could actually make themselves sick. They could, it's not good to do that. So I can't remember what else there was in here that I was kind of like turned off by. There was something else. And so some of the articles in here, I felt like they may have been written, and I'm not a super, super advanced witch that should be public. I'm not published. So it's not about that. But safety. And if you're going to be sharing information, you need to know what you're talking about. You need, in a big publication, you need to know. A lot of people buy Llewellyn's. So yeah, I'd say a thumbs down for Llewellyn's. I'd say a yes for the Witch's Almanac, and I'd say 2 thumbs up for the Magic of I. Magic of I. This one's my absolute favorite. I have not opened my new one, so I don't know. I don't know what's going on behind me. I haven't opened the new one, so I don't know what's different of the next one. We'll see. I am going to be doing a walkthrough of that, or at least a flip through, or just at minimally comparing what's new and different of it. And that is probably it. Sorry, kitty. So that is probably it. The little one is wild. Oh, she's over there. She loves these springs. They all love these springs. My cat has no interest in these springs. These guys get all of my cat's rejected toys because they love them, and my cat can't be bothered. My cat's also 12. She's not interested in as much stuff as these guys are. These guys are all young. This one's the oldest, and she's 2. So they're all wild. They like to have a good time. So, as you can see, that is about it, I think. I mean, I don't know if you guys have any questions, but this one I would say is definitely worth purchasing in the spring, for sure. It is something that can be really informative. Yeah, there's a show behind me. Really informative, really worth doing and reading. I know the next one is about the moon. I don't know if they're going through the tarot cards. I don't know what inspires them, how they decide it. but there's definitely something that inspires what the theme is. This was the sun. Rays of hope from the sun. I know the next one is about the moon. So it'll be interesting to see. Let me know, comment down below, because I hope you guys are going to rewatch this, watch a replay. Let me know if you're watching the replay. And let me know if you've used any of these. If you've used Llewellyn's and you actually really liked it, I'm totally open to hearing about that. Let me know if you've used the Witch's Almanac, what you think about the Witch's Almanac. Sorry, they're jumping every time I put a book down. If you like the Witch's Almanac, if you use both of them, I'm considering getting the Moonology Diary, but I'm not sure if that's going to be too excessive, and I'm just not going to use it, because the Moonology Diary is what I've seen when Yasmin Bolin does things on her live, is basically like manifestation for that specific moon. So it's like you're writing your manifestation geared towards like the Taurus new moon or the Taurus full moon, or to whatever that specific moon is. And I do that in here. I just don't follow like a guideline. I do it in there in my Magic of Eye book. So I'm not sure if I really need yeah. I'm not sure if I really need the actual Moonology Diary or not. So I'm going to go deal with these kiddos, and I hope you guys enjoyed the entertainment. The little one's stuck under a table right now, playing with the spring, while these two wrestle behind me. It's not dull. It's not dull here. But that's for sure. They're going to crash into me in a minute. So like I said. Oh, by the way, they're fine. They're just playing. Don't worry. They're not actually fighting. They're like bonded. These two, they're pals. They got her when she was a kitten, and then they got him when she was only, hi Sunshine, when she was only like 8 months. So they're like BFF. They're like brother and sister. They wouldn't do anything to each other that would actually hurt. They're just wrestling. If they actually were hurting each other, I'd break them up. They're just playing around. But I'm going to go, and I wish you guys all a great rest of your weekend. I hope things are awesome for you. Let me know if you have any questions about these that I went over and what you think. Give me feedback about what you think if you've used them. What do you find most helpful? Let me know if you've used the Moonology Diary. Let me know if you've used that, and if you think that is a worthwhile investment, because I have not used it, and I'm looking for feedback around that. I hope you guys have a great one, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye.